The next show is planned for April 9th, 2022. It's about 29 weeks to bring something really special to the stage. I'm very confident that that's going to happen. All right, full day of eating going down, the first full day of eating of prep. So macros are very much in a good spot right now. Calories are nice and high. Although last week I did feel a bit hungry. I think it was kind of the initial shock of being in a deficit because for the last 2 years, I really haven't been outside of my little cut for the wedding, which was, coming down from such a high spot at 200 pounds down to like 180. It was, food was still very high. It was very easy to do. Whereas now we're trying to go from, that middle ground to the more intense side of things. So I definitely felt the calorie hit for sure. But, most days I'm feeling pretty good. Definitely no loss in training performance, nothing like that. I'm not doing any cardio right now, so all the deficit is created through food, and that's probably part of the reason why I felt a little bit hungry. So we're gonna kick off the day with morning stuff. This is my pre-workout ritual, or not ritual, but pre-workout meal as well. It's 7 o'clock now. I train around 8, so that's this is what the morning consists of to kind of get me ready for the workout. So you guys saw quickly a little bit of a panel of supplements. So we're starting with greens and glutamine. So that's the first thing I take in the morning with a little bit of orange juice. Since I've got the carbs to play with, I like to have a little bit of orange juice first thing in the morning. A, it tastes really good with the greens, and B, nothing wrong with a little bit of vitamin C. So 4 ounces of orange juice, a scoop of greens, a scoop of glutamine. Greens is obviously, never a bad idea. Getting a good panel of fruits and veggies in. I would say that I wish I ate more fruits and vegetables, but if I'm honest with myself, I definitely don't. So I definitely, have been consistently taking a greens powder for probably the last 2 years, and I definitely notice a difference just in how I feel and how my body just kind of functions as a whole. And then glutamine, for those that don't know, it's great for recovery, and it's also really good for digestion, so I keep that in as well. And like I said, we take it with some orange juice. Outside of that, we've got some vitamins too. So we've got multivitamin. This is Vitality by Blue Star. I take their omega as well. And then I also take vitamin D. Vitamin D is another one that I've been taking. We won't get into the whole pandemic discussion, but a lot of what I understand from things is vitamin D is never a bad idea for your health, especially where I live, where you can kind of see it's dark and gloomy behind me. Being in Canada, especially going into the winter, we don't get nearly as much sunlight as a lot of other places in the world. Our days definitely get shorter and darker a lot longer, and I'm inside a lot of the time for work, so I don't get really exposed to sunlight nearly enough. So vitamin D, I take 5,000 IUs, so it's 5 of those little capsules. So that's the morning supplement side of things. So I'm gonna get this in me, and then I'll show you, what technically meal 1 / pre-workout is. Okay, meal 1, nothing fancy. Like I said, this is the pre-workout meal. So in the mornings, because I train, I don't like a big stomach full of food, especially today being legs. And I've gotten in the habit of just kind of having something really small, something that sits and digests really well, but it's still a little bit of fuel for the workout. My last meal, so what I would have had last night, is a little bit higher carb. So this is something I discussed with my coach before, is, having something higher carb in the night, or not in the night, but like pre-bed, my last meal, can kind of carry over into today. And into the morning's workout. So since I don't want anything too substantial, I just went with protein. So we've got 1 scoop of whey isolate. I use Blue Star chocolate caramel. I want a chocolate caramel kick right now. So just 1 scoop of that, 30 grams of protein, minimal carb and no fat, and then 1 rice cake. So the macros that I have a lot for 1 rice cake or 100 grams of strawberries. That's the 2 options I've given myself. And right now, we don't have any strawberries. So one rice cake it is. So it's not too much, but it's enough to kind of get me going, and I still don't see any detriment to training. And I know eventually that'll change, that I'll want a little bit more food in the morning, and we might opt for something a little bit more substantial, whether that be like oatmeal or more rice cakes, rice cake with jam on it, something more carb heavy. But right now we're just gonna run with literally that's meal one. So I'm gonna get this in me, and then we've got about an hour before the workout, and then I'll show you kind of what the workout supplementation looks like when we get there. We're gonna get the workout supplementation sorted out. So hydration around your workout, very, very important. This is something not a lot of people realize, is how important it is to be hydrated before and during your workout. So we've got obviously the pre-workout that's gonna go in here, and then the intra-workout is gonna go in there. So this whole thing is 2.2 liters, and I historically, especially on leg days, don't get through it all. I get a little woozy. So I've opted to go with a little bit less. This is probably maybe like 1.5 liters, maybe a little bit more than that. But for the pre-workout, so we've got our pre-workout supplement. This is a sample I got from work. So I'm gonna try it out today. I don't even remember what it was called, but we're gonna take it for a spin. So we're gonna put that in there. And then one of the things my coach has me doing is some essential amino acids within my pre-workout and my intra-workout. So that's what we're gonna do here. So we've got 5 grams intra-workout, which is a little bit less than a full scoop. So that's gonna go in there. And then we're gonna do another full scoop, which is 7 grams. And that's gonna go in the intra-workout tub. So we've got EAAs across both jugs of water here. And then intra-workout, right now we've got carbs. This is something that I've been doing for quite some time now. Majority of the off season I did an intra-workout carb. So it's just highly branched cyclodextrin. Full scoop is 25 grams of carbs. I'm using Cluster Bomb by Redcon 1. They've got 2 flavors, strawberry kiwi and grape. Both of them are very good. But with the strawberry kiwi, and then we've got candy keys for the essential aminos. It's a nice tasty combo. So there we go. Sups. I used to put creatine in my intra-workout, but Cliff told me not to do that. I can't remember exactly the reason why. It was something to do with like creatine and pulling water, which he didn't want me to do. So I have my creatine post-workout. I just take 5 grams, but I'll show you guys that later. So yeah, that's the intra. We've got the pre here, which we're gonna mix up. The pre was blue raspberry flavor, and then the candy keys that are EAAs. So it should taste pretty good. We'll give that a little taste test. Yeah, good combo. Blue raspberry and candy keys, good combo. So this, about 20 minutes, we'll hit the gym. So I'll take a few clips from today's leg workout, but with this being like a full day of eating video, I'm not gonna put a whole bunch of training footage in, but I'll get you a few clips just so you guys see kind of what I'm doing. And then, we'll touch base again here with the post-workout meal. See, I didn't finish. There's about that much left. So, workout's done. Leg day, 10 out of 10 session. So you saw there, we did a little bit of everything: calves, hamstrings, quads. The only thing I didn't film was the adductor machine, and then I did some rope crunches for abs to finish. But like I said, all in all, really good session. So now we're into the post-workout. So we got the pre, the intra, now we're on the post. So post-workout, Cliff structures it for me a little bit different than what I would normally do. So right after the workout, we have a protein shake with the creatine. Like I said before, we have the creatine after the workout instead of during the workout. So I'm just gonna use that same protein that I used before, and then I just use powdered creatine monohydrate, single 5 gram scoop. I take that every single day, regardless if I'm training or not. And then in about an hour, we'll have I guess, the full-on like post-workout meal that's a little more substantial. So I'm gonna have that shake right now and then go get cleaned up, and then we gotta go to work. All right, we are here at work. I like to get here a little bit early so I can enjoy my post-workout meal in peace, kind of come down from the workout before we get the day started. So post-workout, we've got a big bowl of cereal. There are 70 grams of Rice Krispies in there with 2 scoops of whey, and then we've got 100 grams of pineapple. So high carb, pretty high protein with the 2 scoops, and then minimal to no fat. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know this is around 60 grams of protein. If I was to guess, I would say somewhere around like 70 to 80 grams of carbs between the cereal and the pineapple, and then not even 5 grams of fat, if that. So this is the meal. I've been doing cereal post-workout for a very, very long time, like years. And Rice Krispies, they go down easy, they digest really well. I find anything rice-based with me seems to be good. So, you know, rice cakes that you saw this morning, Rice Krispies now, you'll see actual rice a little bit later, and then, you know, whey, always a pretty easy protein consumption for me. Pineapple, you know, a little bit of fruit goes down easy as well. So with post-workout, you want stuff that's going to get in your system and digest really quick and get that, you know, recovery process, protein synthesis, all that good stuff. And that's exactly what this meal does for me. So it's almost 11 o'clock, post-workout meal, and then the next one will be around 1 o'clock. And then the meal after that will be around 4, and then we've got one more tonight. So I will show you the meals as they come. All right, tell me you're a bodybuilder without telling me you're a bodybuilder. Chicken and rice. Literally, that's it. You can't really see that very well. There we go. Chicken and rice. Now, this meal usually has some coconut oil for some added fats. That's 10 grams there, but I took it out because what we have planned for dinner tonight, I need some fat. So just simply moving those fats from this meal and saving them for the last meal of the day is going to make my life a lot more enjoyable. So in here, we've got 125 grams of white rice and 6 ounces of chicken. That's it. No sauces. There's a little bit of seasoning on the chicken, but that's it. So protein, carbs, minimal fat, because we're going to save it for later. And yeah, so it's been a busy day at work, so I'm actually eating this a little bit later. It's about 1:30 right now, and my body's definitely telling me I need some food. So I'm going to get this in me, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. All right, we got meal 4 going down. Pretty basic, no carbs in this meal, just 100 grams of veggies. We got broccoli in there for today, and 4 ounces of chicken. One of the things that I've paid attention to the last little while is foods that digest well. I've had chicken, honestly, every day, twice a day for a very long time. I used to have ground beef, but I found the beef was just causing me too much digestive distress. And then for veggies, a lot of people seem to struggle with broccoli, but not me. I've had other vegetables before, green beans, and they cause me issue, and I've always come back to broccoli because it's been the least stressful on my system. So that's why we've got this meal here, and yeah, we've got another hour or 2 at the store, and then we'll go home. We got a podcast tonight, and then we'll have our last meal. Okay, last meal going in. We saved our macros to make a delicious dinner. So we've got one kind of little pizza here, and then this is like a breakfast wrap. So my typical last meal is turkey bacon, some hash browns, and a bagel. But we opted for 2 protein wraps instead of a bagel, and then cut up one of the turkey bacon with a little bit of shredded cheese from the fat we saved from the coconut oil earlier in the day, with some spinach to make a pizza, and then a breakfast wrap. So this is the last meal. Very, very delicious way to end the day. So right now, calories are around 2,700. Carbs are a little bit around 330. Protein 240. Hi, buddy. And fat, I think, is around 50 grams. Those numbers might not be perfect. I'll put the actual numbers on screen. But yeah, so we're gonna enjoy this meal, and hope you guys like the first full day of eating on prep. And I'll see you guys in the next one.